Friday, January 18th, 2019, and welcome to Village in Motion this nice Friday morning. And we're here first this morning with our sales team.
Hey.
Good morning, David Taylor, Director of Sales.
Hey, good morning. Thanks for having me. I wanted you to keep playing that song. I liked it.
That was good. That got us up and away. we're ready to roll now.
Love it. Love it.
Who did you bring with you today, David?
So she should be no stranger to the Green Spring family, but I did bring Lauren Askey with me, who up until recently was our senior sales associate, and I'm just so happy to announce that for about a few weeks now, she's been been promoted to a personal move consultant. So now we have two personal move consultants on our team. And for a lot of the residents who have moved in and who've been around our team for a while know that Anna Greaves has had that role. But we've had so much demand for home visits, so many new folks coming in that need a little bit more hand-holding, that, you know, bringing on a second personal move consultant to help folks in their home was a necessity. And Lauren stepped up big this year. We put her on all these stretch assignments. We send her all these places, and she really had an opportunity to kind of lean into that role. So I wanted to bring her on the show, one, to congratulate her in front of the entire resident population, but also just to give her some accolades and kudos for such a great job.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You are really learning from the best in that job. Anna does a terrific job.
Yes, I'm very lucky.
So remind us what's involved in that job.
Well, we do several home visits a year. Primarily, I am going out to the priority list members' homes who are looking to move sometime in the farther future. And I'm helping with things like floor planning, potentially setting them up with some of our Erickson Realty Moving Service vendors so they develop a relationship ahead of time. I'm doing pre-financials in the home. And then I'm also working with a lot of our residents who are moving from out of the state now.
Oh, okay.
So helping connect them with some vendors out of the area.
So you have contacts out of the area also?
Yes, we do. We work with a company, Premier Transitions, who will help us identify people in their areas, and then we help coordinate everything for them.
I'm sure those are the people that appreciate you even more than those of us here in this area, because they don't have a clue where to start where they are.
Yes, exactly.
Making a long distance move, many of them to an area that they're totally unfamiliar with.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So luckily, a lot of them have family members or people in the area, which is causing them to relocate, but it's been a really helpful program and one that I enjoy coordinating for them.
Good. It's a terrific service, and you all have such great vendors.
Yes,
that
we definitely do.
Really can make, I know the ones that we use, we were so happy with, and they just made everything so easy for us.
Good. Yes, so we have some wonderful, great vendors, and we're looking forward to potentially adding a few more to our team this year. So I look forward to doing that as well and working with all of them.
Good.
Yeah. Good.
Are people excited about you? Are they comfortable using vendors like some of the ones that help with downsizing? I know that's some of the biggest challenge for people.
Yes, I think that is definitely the biggest challenge and stress for most people. So when I can go in the home and do some space planning with them initially and help them through some tips and tricks to get them started, and then introduce a vendor who really can come in and do the big portion of it, I think it definitely is a big relief to most.
And I think for a lot of them, it's very hard for people who don't have that in their head to get an idea of what can I bring with me. And there's kind of a continuum between people who bring too much and the ones who come with almost nothing.
Yes.
And those are the ones I feel sorry for, because they haven't taken advantage of someone who can help them, because they want to bring memories with them.
Sure.
They want to bring pictures and family memos, and sometimes you walk into some that's kind of a couch and a chair and a bed, and they say, well, my children made me throw away everything, and we don't want that to be the case. So.
Correct. So what I found with going into people who are looking to move in the future is that getting into that home ahead of time has really been helpful for most of the prospective residents moving in, and how I can see how they live, see what really is a
Right.
priority to them, and then I can
And
help
that's
them
important.
pick the right floor plan.
What's important for them.
Exactly. So it's been nice to see how they live so that we can match the right floor plan and space here at Green Spring
Oh,
for
that's
them
good.
in
So
the
you're
future.
helping them pick a floor plan
Yes.
if they don't have one in their head already.
Definitely, yes.
That's a good idea.
And I can make suggestions based off how I see that they enjoy living.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
'Cause I didn't realize that was a part of it.
Well, it is now, and
Yeah.
it's something I really look forward to doing.
good.
And
I guess I'm a
it's
floor
been really
plan person.
helpful.
I could look at floor plans still, like some people can look at cars and flowers. Floor plans do it for me. So that wasn't something I thought of people needing some help deciding.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Definitely.
That's good.
And I think because there's so many floor plans to choose from, I can help guide that since I'm so familiar with them on what they should be looking at.
David, let's switch back to you.
Sure.
How many floor plans do we have available right now?
Wow. How many floor plans do we have available right now? I think we have about, in the mix of our apartment availability, I think we have about 4 floor plans that are floating right now. We have some 1-bedroom with dens. We have a couple of 1-bedrooms. We don't have very many 2-bedroom, 2-baths right now. Our team's doing a really good job getting kind of some of our larger apartments sold, which should be no surprise. I think the 1-bedroom and dens is really where our focus is right now.
Okay.
You know, finding the right customer and going back to kind of what Lauren was talking about. I think the skill set that she's bringing that we didn't really have before is this ability that she can now go into someone's home and actually, as she was indicating, do the floor plans. And she can bring the things that we have available. So sometimes people have this mindset, right? They say, oh, I only want a 2-bedroom, 2-bath because
Sure.
that's the only thing my stuff's gonna fit in.
Yeah.
And so now we have someone that can go in and say, well, let's think about some other different floor plan options to kind of expand some of the
Right.
preferences you may have based upon her floor planning skills.
And identify what is your stuff. What
Correct.
is the stuff
Correct.
that you need
Correct.
with you?
Yep.
But the team did really well last year of kind of working down the inventory, getting to a manageable number that we're now working with. And I think Lauren stepping into that new role prior to even her having that title is part of the reason why we ended so well last year. You know, we welcomed 152 new households into our community.
That's amazing.
Which is it's absolutely amazing. You know, we maintained our occupancy right at 98.5. So we still are the leaders when it comes to occupancy, how many people we move in. And I think Lauren and then Dawn, who I'll introduce the next time that we're together, stepping into their new roles, having that additional personal move consultant, having that additional sales counselor to complement the team that we have in place. That was a huge success for a reason why we were successful last year.
Good. You have a busy team.
We were busy, and you know, we got into January, and I was like, okay, team, we can celebrate for like a minute,
There you go.
and
Right on.
you know, the clock stacks back to 0, and
That's
it's all
right.
about, you know, who are we going to help live better lives this year?
Yes.
What residents are going to come into our community this
Right.
year? And so, very exciting year, and we're really excited about how we're going to start the year.
How are the new larger apartments that are combined?
Yeah,
combination too?
you know what,
Are
we
they
actually-
selling well?
They're selling really well. Actually, we combined 2 apartments at the end of last year. We already have it reserved, and those residents are planning on moving in July, if you can believe that. We already have
Terrific.
someone who's ready to move in July because that is a process. But we've also identified another where we're going to take 2 1-bedroom with dens and put them together. It's going to almost make like
Oh.
a V-shape apartment, which is going to be interesting.
Like on a corner?
Yeah, like 2 corners coming together. It's going to
Wow.
be an interesting concept. So we're excited about that, and I think, you know, anyone who you know, may be interested in, you know, transferring potentially. Maybe you're living next to a 1-bedroom that came open, and you know, you also live in a 1-bedroom. Come see us, please, because you know, we'll move you.
You're looking for possibilities.
We're looking for possibilities to do those combination units, and you know, if you see one of your neighbors, you know, move to a higher level of care, and you're living in a 1-bedroom, and you're thinking, hey, you know what? I wouldn't mind moving into another 1-bedroom out campus. Come, please see us, because we want to find ways to combine those apartments.
In other words, we're not stuck where we are if we think we might. It's just we're saying, okay, this is where I started.
Yeah.
But boy, I might like to live over in that
Yeah.
area. Things might be more convenient for me, or I have friends over there.
Yeah.
There are possible ways to move.
Come talk to us, because once again, I think it's hard in our community, because we're already developed, to make some of those larger homes, and the only way we can do that is asking for our residents to potentially make a move. And so
Right.
if you are open to that, come see us.
So when you make those larger homes, do you have to go back to Fairfax County
Yes,
every time and
we
get
do.
a permit for each one?
Every single time. But I give a lot of credit to our REACT team and our general services partners. We feel like we've come up with a good way of hoping to streamline that process. We learned a lot a couple years ago, so we feel like we've gotten a little better than we were. But every time we got to go to Fairfax County. So that's
Interesting.
That's part of the reason why someone who reserves in December isn't moving until July.
The hardest part for us as residents is, boy, we'd really like to know what those look like.
I know.
Although we do have the floor plans of the ones we know about posted on the Village Bridge.
Yeah.
And for those of you who do like to look at floor plans like I do, you can go on the Village Bridge and see the floor plan for every apartment at Green Spring.
Make really good friends with the people that move into them, and they'll just invite
That's
you.
it. That's what we need to do. Come in and look around.
That's right.
Right.
That's right.
Yeah. So what else is happening in sales? We still have a couple of minutes.
We have a robust event schedule that's starting out. We have this theme of New Year, New You. So we're having some events centered around that. I will say that in years past, we've always had our large kind of home expo event, typically in the spring, usually March, April timeframe. This year, we're actually going to do it in February. So it's going to be a little earlier. We wanted to try to get folks in before the spring home market starts to kind of get a leg up on that market. So that's going to happen in February. We got some great events coming in January, and I gotta say, Maya has done a great job with really coming up with some really neat new event concepts this year. So definitely be on the lookout. If you're interested in helping us with those events, reach out to Maya. Like I said, we got a lot of great opportunities
So you can use
coming.
residents as what?
Resident ambassadors. Residents will sit with guests at the luncheons. They'll help tour guests around. They'll greet guests as they come in. So there's a lot of opportunities to help us the day of the event.
So as we're talking to our viewers here, if they would like to help,
come and see Maya in our sales office.
Say, I'd like to help. It's
to help.
Just a couple of hours.
Correct, and we'll get you signed up. We'll give you all the event schedules so that you can sign up and see all the roles and responsibilities we have with that.
Good.
Very exciting
So
stuff.
we might get a free meal out of it?
Oh yeah, free meal, housekeeping.
Free food, that's good.
that we're all open to that.
Okay.
So absolutely.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
What else would you like to share with us today?
I just a big appreciation. I think, last year, like I said, we ended really well, and I always like to give my appreciation to the residents, because we always tell folks in our events and when we meet with them that you all live this experience and you all are our best salespeople. So to the 2,000 sales force that I have out there, which is the resident population, we just want to say thank you.
I always try to make it a point when I see one of you in the hall with someone that you're showing an apartment to, it's hi.
We love that.
Welcome,
We love that.
Try to be friendly.
Yeah, we love that. It's funny though, because when that happens, typically they're like, "Did you pay them to do that?" We're like, "Yes."
Oh, really?
Their check's in the mail.
No.
So
I figure, as long as fees keep coming in, as long as we keep that residency rate up, it helps all of us.
it helps all of us,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Well, thanks to both of you for coming
Hey,
today.
thanks for having
Thanks
us.
for the update.
Love
and
it.
congratulations on
Thank
the
you
new
so
job.
much.
And we look forward to seeing you next month.
See you next month.